Okay. Now that is the hat for me. Because
So
there's nothing flimsy about it. Oh, she for real?
Wait, I'll see if she's still doing
Exactly.
You can't cater to that.
They not even got Indian in my family.
You know, Helen is a special needs mom as well, you know, and that's a whole other. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another segment of Sadie Says It All. Now, this is our Meet the Woman Behind the Business series. And if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you head over to Vault Access Television because, honey, we are there. We are there now, child. We are there along with their documentaries, docuseries. They have music videos. They have a lot of content that you would really want to check out. So make sure you go over there and support them. And if you are watching us on Vault Access Television, then make sure you head over to my YouTube and check me out there. You need to subscribe to Sadie Says It All so that you can catch all of these fashion finds, beauty finds. You'll catch these segments. And we have discount codes, honey. Who don't want to save some coin? You know what I'm saying? Go over there. So make sure you go and check both of those out. Now, today, we have a very special guest with us. Yes, we do. Our guest today is making moves in the business world, honey. Trust me, she's popping up on lists. She is moving and shaking, all right? And she is the founder of Philadelphia Women's Network Connection. Please welcome Felicia Shanken. Welcome, Felicia.
Hey, Sadie, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. And y'all, our exchange will get really casual as a lot of these segments I do because I feel like Felicia is my sister in my head, you know?
Yes, we are.
Yes, sister in makeup, sister in, you know, not eyewear, but we'll
Yes.
But if you could, please, Felicia, I don't feel like it's necessary because I just said you were the founder of Philadelphia Women's Network Connection. But if you could let everyone know where it is that you're located.
I am here in Philadelphia in the Center City area.
Oh, you are where everything is. Everything's popping and going on there.
Yeah, pretty much. So, you know, some days can be good days. And then there's other days when you're like, all right, everybody, get out of my neighborhood.
You know, it's so funny because like I like, you know, being able to go into cities and do things and shows and restaurants and
right
in museums and all that. I love doing stuff like that. But child, I told somebody since living in Bucks County, I was like, I would rather drive down south than drive into Philadelphia.
Yeah, it can be kind of crazy. They're here building every little lot they're building on. So it's starting to get a little congested.
Yeah. But it's just like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to take these glasses off because I know it's probably giving y'all a little bit of glare, but your girl has to put some on sometimes. And these are actually from Voogueme. And they are, you know, I got discount codes for that too, y'all. So make sure, like I said, go over to YouTube because I ain't playing with the discount codes.
Hey, don't feel bad. I had to take mine off too. So it's okay. We'll just be blind together.
Exactly. But, so I want to let everyone know how I met Felicia because I often, you know, let everyone know how I came across a particular business. Most of the guests I've had on the show, I've met on Instagram, but that is not how I met Felicia. No. So I had just come to this area and I was looking for basically a tribe of women that were like-minded, like myself, and the same type of vibe or what have you. And somehow I ran across Felicia on Facebook. And I ran across the group for Philadelphia Women's Network Connection. So they were having a meeting. Long story short, I go there and this group of women it was just such a warm and welcoming feeling. And I feel like a lot of that came from Felicia, because when I met her that night, and never met her before ever, she was warm, she was welcoming. And, it's just, when you're going to something like that, when you don't know anyone in the area, it's just great to be able to connect with someone who is that way and is not like looking at you side-eye, like, who is this? And, I know
Right.
I created this group and I want women to come, but who is that? It was none of that. It was none of that. So, Felicia, please just let us know a little bit about, Philadelphia Women's Network Connection.
Sure. Like Sadie said, when she came, we were doing one of our events. And usually at our events, what we try to do is we try to have an hour of networking where the women can be comfortable. We usually serve wine. We have a little bit of nosh. For those that don't know what nosh is, it's like appetizers and stuff, Jewish word.
Right.
So so we usually have that. And, we just like the women to relax and let their guard down. We tell people that you can come in a $5 pair of jeans or you can come in a $5,000 suit. We don't judge, we don't care. We just want you there. We want you to be comfortable. And also when you leave, we want to make sure that you have great connections and also that you have content that you can apply in your business. So basically what the Philadelphia Women's Network Connection does is we're a premier networking group here in the Philadelphia area. Even though we're Philadelphia, we have gone global thanks to COVID. So we help professional business women and solo women entrepreneurs who look for exposure in the marketplace, learn how to find untapped resources for their business so they can grow their business. So they might be in their business and they're stuck. They can't get to that next level and they just need someone to help them get to that next level. Or they might be starting a new business and they don't know exactly what to do. And they just need someone to grab their hand and hold them through the process until they get to a point where they are comfortable. So the Philadelphia Women's Network Connection is our for-profit. We also have a nonprofit. Now, the nonprofit is a little bit different. That's for a little more seasoned business owners who are looking to definitely go to the next level where they're put into a program, there's a commitment, there's accountability, and we help them, especially those women that are in the corporate world who want to leave their jobs and do entrepreneur full time. So we help them get to that level as well. So that's what we do and that's who we are.
Right. Oh my goodness. Look at you. You know what though? It's so needed. Like it's so needed, Felicia. There are a lot of people, well, because you started the organization, but there are a lot of women out there that, they've taken that first step, but it's like, okay, now what do I do? Where do I go? How do I grow? And the fact that your organization can assist with that is huge. It really is. So
yeah, definitely, because a lot of women feel that they have to go it alone, like you mentioned, finding a tribe, finding that comfortable space amongst women, because women, how we can be sometimes. And so finding that tribe where you're comfortable and you just let your guard down and say, hey, okay, I've been in business for 3 years, but I may not know how to write a correct business plan, or I may not know how to go after financing, or my social media marketing needs a little more help. And that's what we're here for. We're help, we are here to serve the women in our organization. And I'm excited to say that we have over 1,200 small business women in our organization.
Wow, that is awesome. I'm like clapping for you, sis. That's great.
Yeah.
That is
I'll
great.
clap for myself.
Yeah, there you go. Clapping for you and for those women that you're helping out. That is awesome. It is.
Thank you.
So now I'm gonna ask the question, because just so you all know, I was on Felicia's show at one point, and it was like we were just like girl talk, just catching up girl talk. So I'm trying like to actually get y'all some useful information right now because I could easily go girl talk route. But so what is it that you did professionally before you started into started up Philadelphia Women's Network Connection? I mean, and you could still be, doing whatever it was you were doing before then, because a lot of us juggle, many businesses.
Right.
But like, what were you doing before then? And when did you know it was time for you to just be like, you know what, I've had about enough of this. Let me move on
Do something
to my
different, right?
yeah, check,
Well,
please.
well, it's funny that you say that because I originally grew up in New York. So I am a New Yorker through and through. I will be into the day I die. So growing up in New York, having a job, I always had some type of side business because I knew that I did not want to work for someone else for the rest of my life. I just knew that, and whether it was part-time, I've had everything from vending businesses to multi-level, Tupperware, Herbalife, you name it, pretty much I've done it. But I was in the medical field. I been in the medical field. I started in radiology for a little over 25 years, dating myself. And then I went back to school for nursing, Gwyneth Mercy University, shout out. Got my nursing degree there. I was working for the Department of Veteran Affairs here in Philadelphia for 9.5 years on the weekend. And that was every weekend. So I was working 2 days, making a full person salary, which allowed me to free up my week so I could do my businesses and different things like that. So, I would say I love working with the vets. It's just the politics of working at the VA that I just got tired of. So one day I decided to go in. I told no one that I was quitting. I went in on a Sunday, I sat down at the keyboard and I typed up my resignation letter and I sent it in. And I was like, well, you know what? It's done. I can't take it back. And I wouldn't advise people to do that. I always say, try to match your salary with your business and then leave your business, leave your job, your corporate job. But I did it backwards. I just left my job. So it was like, sink or swim. What are you going to do now? And, I am married. So I had a little bit of a cushion there with my husband who works full time. He has a good job, but he knew I was unhappy. And, he didn't know I was leaving. So we were coming back from a vacation and we were in the airport. So I told him the day before my last day on my job that I left my job. Right. So, his response was, I knew you wanted to leave. He says, I know you have a plan and I'll support you in whatever it is that you want to do. So, like with any business, we're a little over 3 years old. In the beginning, it's hard. It's hard. For the first year, him and I came out of our pockets for everything. And we were having then, Sadie, before I met you, we were having an event every month. So you're talking about every month of wine, every month of food, marketing, traveling this place, that place, and marketing, just doing everything. So for the first year, everything was free. So as we start to build up our brand and people started knowing who we were, different things like that, then of course, as we progressed, we started charging for our events and our workshops and different things like that. So that's what I was doing. And that's why it was easy to transition into full-time entrepreneurship. Because coming from a healthcare field, your instinct is to the compassion and to serve. So coming into entrepreneurship, building this from the ground up, my objective here is to serve the women. What is it that you need that I can help you with? I didn't come with I'm going to tell you, I'm going to help you build your brand. I showed them how to build a business by them watching me build this business. So they knew that I knew what I was talking about and I was able to help them.
Right. Oh, see, are you a blessing to the next person? Like, it's just,
yes,
it just feels good, when I see women supporting one another in such a manner, in such a way, and helping them grow and not looking at one another as competition, but like, okay, well, I know someone that does that. You need that, like, and connecting and putting people together. So that is of course awesome and amazing. You are, but you mentioned something too about, it being difficult in the beginning when you were starting the business simply because you all were having to fund, a lot of in the beginning. So what would you say has been your biggest challenge, or biggest hurdle with
starting the business?
what has been like your biggest challenge with doing that, and what's kind of helped you push through those? Because a lot of times, a lot of us face certain obstacles or hurdles, and we don't push through. I mean,
Right.
just the
Right.
truth of the matter. So what helped you push through that?
Well, one big thing is the support of my husband.
Mm,
My husband came to every meeting. He was there to help me with everything and anything that I needed. So that was tremendous. And just him saying that, I know you can do this if this is what you want.
right.
But I knew in the back of my mind that, because my husband does not have that entrepreneurial mindset, that he in the back of his mind was saying, I hope she made the right decision. And, I hope this is going to be good for her, because now we're going from 2 salaries down to 1 salary. So I knew that when I left my corporate job, that things were going to change. Maybe I couldn't get my nails done every 2 weeks. Maybe I couldn't get my hair done, as often. Maybe I couldn't take as many trips as I wanted to. Maybe I couldn't buy those pair of shoes or that bag that I wanted. So I knew that there was going to be sacrifices. But I told people, before I had someone do that for me, I had to do it for myself.
Mm,
There's probably shoes in my closet that I haven't even worn yet that are still there. There's bags still hanging up in my closet that still have tags on them. So I wasn't looking at the materialistic stuff. I was looking at the vision and the dream, because I got the vision sitting in a Panera Bread, that I wanted to do something different in the city of Philadelphia as far as events. I wanted fashion shows. I wanted hair care, makeup, different things like that, that I knew women would enjoy, but also bring in someone who could give them great content. So even though you're having fun and you're enjoying yourself, you are sitting down and you're listening to someone who can tell you how to run your business and grow your business. So when you leave, not only are you feeling fulfilled spiritually and emotionally, but you're also getting, intellectual content, which is so important. And we as women, like I said, sometimes we can be hard on one another, especially women of color. We have so many obstacles against us as it is. So I try to create an environment within my organization, whereas, we have a very diverse group, where come as you are, and just experience one of our events, see what it is that we do, what we talk about, see who we are, and different things like that. But it was definitely his support. And I remember being, like I said in the beginning, being the new kid on the block. A lot of people wouldn't help me. I would ask for help and they would not help me. I don't know, what the reason was. Maybe they felt threatened or whatever. I don't know. Maybe they saw the vision of this organization before I had the opportunity. So they wouldn't help me. And at some point I did get some help. And I just continue to build. And it just seems like everything, the doors started opening, things started happening, and it was just coming rapidly. So, I'm just enjoying the ride. I don't know where it's going to lead from here. We have a lot of things going on. There's going to be some changes in the organization, all for good. I always look at what's working, what's not working, what can be tweaked, and different things like that. So, like I said, I'm just enjoying the ride. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Well, everything that you said is, inspiring to people, to keep going, because look at, where you come from and where it's gone. It's global. Like you said, you never know why things happen the way that they do. And now, you were able to reach other people in other areas of the world because of COVID, being
Right.
able, not saying COVID is a good thing. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying, during COVID, we all
Right.
had to get creative. You really did have to get creative, because no one was doing anything. It could have been your neighbor next door
Right.
and you weren't going over there, so you
Right.
really had to think of ways to do things. So,
Exactly. And I always say, think out the box. It's funny because during COVID, I was contacted by a writer who writes for different magazines and different things like that. So she did a story on 4 women that headed up businesses. And I
okay.
was one of them. I was fortunate to be, I was the only African-American there. And, she was talking about how we pivoted our business during COVID. Now, for me, it was a little easier because I do a lot online anyway. So to take my events online and just think out of the box as far as what to do. So I know one of the events I did was a 6 mini series where I had 6 women each month for about 6 months, talk about different topics, everything from podcasting to Canva to self-care. So things that people wanted. I charge a nominal fee, and we did very well. We did very well.
It's always good to hear inspiring stories, that encourage people to push on, keep going, don't stop. So that's always, a great thing to hear. So, so we got some information. We get to know a little bit, got to know a little bit about Miss Felicia. Now, just to lighten it up a little bit, there's this game I like to play with my guests.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Do I need to put my readers on?
No, you know what? These letters are big enough. I don't think you're going to need to.
Okay.
But this game is called Culture Tag.
Okay.
Now, Culture Tag. For everybody, I'm going to flip the screen again because, I got to be able to see. Your girl's eyes ain't what they used to be. So this game is called Culture Tags. Now, Culture Tag is a lot of fun. And basically what you have to do is guess the acronym. There's an acronym that appears on the front of a card.
Oh, Lord.
And you have to guess what the acronym means.
Oh, Lord. I think I better put my readers on. Okay.
Now, I will be giving you clues, but
okay.
I can't use any of the words that are in the actual meaning of what the acronym is.
Okay.
Now, they have several categories. But I've gone through and picked a few, so we're going to see what we got here. Okay. All right. Now, the first one is from TV and film. All right.
Okay.
Now, that is the acronym. And the clue is it's the movie about Tina Turner, in which Angela Bassett starred in.
Ah, what love's got to do with it?
That's right. See that?
Okay.
So this game is like all about the culture, everything to do with this beautiful culture of people that we come from. It's, all that.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Okay.
Lord, I lost the back of my chair. This is real.
That's why it's live, y'all.
Yes. Right. Now the fun's back. I'm good. I'm looking back like, well, I see it here. Right? All right. So the next card. All right. Let's see. Let's keep it interesting. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Now this one is it's called Black Twitter.
Okay.
Even if you're not like a tweeting person or whatever, this becomes something, a slang or saying that we as a culture usually say.
Okay.
And all right. So the clue here, this is something that we always tend to say when we meant the statement that we just stated.
I said what I said.
I said what I said.
What I said.
And with that energy, yes. Yeah, what I said. So yeah. So all right. So we go play one more. We play one more card.
Okay. So far I'm doing pretty good here.
You're doing excellent here. We're gonna play two because these are kind of easy, I think. All right. So this one. Oh, wait, how do I say this?
Uh-oh.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna put the card up now, dog.
Okay.
All right, so this one is from TV and film.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first, like Disney hasn't been known for having a lot of Black leads in their film.
Okay.
And this was the first Black female one of these. I can't even say what she was because it's in the title.
Oh my goodness. Oh, TBATF.
Like,
I know.
Yes.
The Princess and the Frog.
Yes. That goes to show you that Disney ain't got a lot of these because you just say what that they need more Black princesses. Okay. So,
now I gotta say though, that was a little hard because I'm looking at the letters and I'm thinking princess, and I'm like, wait a minute. And I was like, okay,
Well,
yes.
you know what? Because I was thinking that'll be easy, but then I realized I can't say Disney's first Black princess because princess was in the title. And I'm like,
Right.
but I have one more, just one more I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Okay, and this is from one of my favorite movies of all time. I think every Black person in the world has seen this movie.
Okay.
But, okay, this is TV and film.
Okay.
And it is a film directed by Steven Spielberg with an all-Black cast. And this is the line that Oprah Winfrey's character, Miss Sophia, says to Miss Seeley out in the field when Miss Seeley had made a suggestion to her stepson on how to handle Miss Sophia.
You told Harpo to beat me.
Yes!
Yes.
Of the culture.
Yes.
So
that's a fun game. I'm gonna have to get that.
So much fun. And I told one of the other guests on the show, I was like, I gotta try to play this game with my husband. I said, because I guarantee you, unless it's maybe some TV or film, he ain't gonna get
my husband either. If it's sports, he'll get it 100%. Movies, no.
Yeah, sports and movies my husband's good with, but like all this other like Black Twitter and stuff, he'll be like, what?
Unless it's about hair. My husband told my mother, I could tell you everything about Black women's hair you want to know.
Yes, and that's why I'm telling my husband, it's funny because he said he was at work because my husband's a Philadelphia police officer. So he says he's at work, and just so everybody knows, my husband is Italian and Irish. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that here, maybe. So he's on the job, and they were looking at something, and it was something with the woman's edges. Like, he don't white man usually knowing nothing about no edges, you know?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he said something about edges to one of the other cops, and they're looking, he's like, what?
I know. And it's funny. The reason why I'm laughing is because my husband is Jewish. So that's why I said when I was talking about nosh, for those who don't know what nosh is. So we definitely understand.
Yeah. So they got a whole other, training that a lot of people don't get.
Tell me about it. He says, I don't know from week to week what I'm going to wake up to, which is so true.
Like, I don't know if I mentioned to you, my husband has gone to the gym and come back home to a completely different woman. Like, I don't know what kind of wig I'm wearing, if I got braids, locks, or blonde hair, he don't even know.
All he knows is that that's his wife. As long as it looks good, he doesn't care.
Exactly. Felicia, thank you so much for joining us here. I had so much fun with you, and I appreciate all the information that you've shared with us. Just to let everyone know, of course, I'm going to include Felicia's Instagram information so you can go and follow her and support her and see what she has going on, because she gave us a lot of information here as far as what they do, and you could benefit from it. Absolutely. So be sure to check her out. I will also include her website information. If you're joining us on YouTube, that'll be below. So make sure you check that out. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to let y'all know.
We got YouTube, Instagram, website. Did you mention the website?
You know what? Whatever information she got for me, it's gonna be there. All right. So I'm gonna have that so y'all can get in touch. Y'all can be in contact. You can find out whatever it is you need to know. So make sure you go below and check those notes there. So again, if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure you head over to Vault Access Television and check them out. And if you are watching on Vault, make sure you head over to my YouTube channel, Sadie Says It All, and subscribe there so you can keep up with all these amazing guests that we have and everything else I have going on there. And I guess that's pretty much it. And thank you again, Felicia. And
Thank you, Sadie. It was so much fun. I had fun. Different type of interview. I like it. I like it. Keep up the great job and keep shining. You're doing an awesome job.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So everyone, make sure you join us again, and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye, everybody.